Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we are talking about how Taurus energy is going to be affecting us for a while. That's right. We have two planets in the sign of Taurus. I'm going to talk about each of them and kind of how they're going to be kind of like fighting for your energy. And that's kind of the cool part about it, but it's also going to be affecting people differently at different times. So let's say in the first corner, we have Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So let's talk about Jupiter's stats. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, growth, possibilities. All of those things, kind of like luck, changing energy, all that kind of like amazing stuff. Like, yes, we all want abundance. We all want changes. We all want certain energies around us. That's Jupiter. Now it's in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus in this instance is going to be like more stable, more calm, kind of more, I'm willing to make changes, but it's only if it like suits me and only if it's comfortable change, that sort of thing. And really going to bring up our desire to have things that are comfortable around us, thing that brings us more comfort. Like I want a comfy blanket. I want to watch a great show. I want to watch this. So you're going to kind of feel that energy of like, yes, I want to just settle down and be comfy. Now, in the second corner, we have Uranus in the sign of Taurus, and this is going to be kind of bringing up some changes for us. So Uranus energy loves to change, loves to make changes, loves to modify things, and when you think everything is going to be like, yeah, here we go, Uranus has another change for you. And it's going to be one of those working in like, not just like I want to change, but I want everybody to change around me. Kind of like I want to make those amazing changes all the way around. Now in the sign of Taurus, it's going to be making changes, but it's going to be really subtle for a while. And then boom, snap, here it goes. Change, boom, boom, boom. And you're like, wait a minute. Like, where did we get here? How did we get here? All of those things are going to be like popping out and kind of wanting us to make some amazing changes in what's going on around us. So it's kind of like Jupiter's going to be a little bit more soft changes. Uranus is going to be a little more like, boom, here it's in your face. Almost like surprise, like, boom, here it's a change. And none of them are bad, but I will tell you, it's kind of like, Uranus is going to be like increasingly kind of like bringing things like unstable energy, kind of like bringing things up. So it's kind of like brewing things up so we can let that stuff go and kind of really like taking things like, I want to change the status quo. I want everybody to change around me, not just me. I want everybody to change around me. And you're going to see changes in like food, materials, goods. I will even say kind of like even in real estate. So and it's going to be like, I think there's a change coming, and then it's like, boom, here's the change. Here it goes. But with Jupiter, it's going to be a much more subtle change, much easier change, and kind of like a lighter change. But it's going to be bringing things up, and it means that there's going to be wealth in exchange on the Jupiter side. So it's kind of like you may be down on your luck, but it's one of those all of a sudden like everything is going to turn up roses for you. Everything is going to change around for you. It doesn't mean it's always going to be that way, but there's changes and possibilities on both sides. And this is kind of one of those interesting energies of like, how is it going to affect us? How is it going to do it? I guarantee you, Uranus is going to bring in disruptions. It's going to bring in a lot of social media kind of unrest of like changing this, talking about things, everybody's like comments and stuff like that. It's going to be like, wow, we're making some changes. And a lot of times it kind of will unveil some truth about some stuff. And it's kind of like just popping it out there. And once it does, it's almost like, we kind of knew this was here, but now it's here. And now we get to see it right in front of us. So kind of making those big changes and unveiling a lot of truths. And I will tell you kind of what really is important is truth really does matter. It really is going to be making a big change. And I'll guarantee you 2023 is going to have a lot of amazing energies. So I'm flipping my cards, my angel cards, and these two popped out. So let's do these two first. Show you. Okay, this one is all about Jupiter, kind of like celebrating the minor changes, the little things that are coming up, kind of making that difference around us. And we're going to be like, yes, we were ready to make this change, and we're ready to keep making some changes. And then self-acceptance. This is one of the changes that Uranus is going to kind of be bringing towards us, of kind of like amping things up. Like, I want to be accepted by everybody else. I want to accept myself, and then I want everybody else to accept me. But I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be doing this the opposite direction. And people are going to be wanting self-acceptance from other people before they give it to themselves, which is completely opposite. We're not supposed to do it that way. Accept ourselves, and then that energy kind of moves out from us, and it allows other people to accept us for who we are. Once we know who we are and what we want and how we want to make changes, is going to be amazing. My next couple of cards, I got a couple of them. So this one is a Jupiter card. This is all about healing, making some changes, making some upgrades for us. And I will tell you kind of some interesting energies of kind of like abundantly making changes. And this is going to be bringing in a lot of healing for a lot of people that have been asking for that and not really seeing that come through. Now on the other side, Uranus is asking for our freedom, asking for us to make some big changes and some big choices. And like I said, a lot of things are going to be kind of in that Uranus energy is going to be asking for the truth. And it's one of those, we all want freedom. We all want our freedom to be who we are and who we love and that sort of thing. So it's one of those bringing that up, and how is it not accepted, or how are we expecting someone else to accept us if we're not accepting ourselves? So it's kind of like interesting. Okay, the next two cards right here in the middle, they're just calling my name out. So the next ones are Serenity. This is kind of the Jupiter side of it. This is going to be bringing in soft changes, not completely serenity 100%, but more calm, more easy energy. And it's going to be more on a personal level. It's one of those making calm, easy energy changes there, where Uranus is going to be giving us signs like, yes, we want to make some big changes. We want big changes for our world. We want big changes for coming out of what we've been coming through, and big changes coming through in speaking our truth. So it's really important that you really speak your truth in all of this, and understand, really kind of like our first card is, if you want to be accepted for the changes that you've made, you've got to accept yourself first. And so many people tell me like, I do accept myself. And I'm like, if you're expecting someone else to accept you first, you're doing it wrong. So many times people are like, I've got my parents to accept me, or my family to accept me, or anything else, because I want them to be able to share my abilities with them. No, you have to accept you for who you are and what abilities you have, or what kind of energy you bring to the world. And once you accept yourself, people are more likely to accept you for who you are, because you know who you are. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.